I guess I mean, you're welcome.
Here's your hosts of the MonsterCast, the Straight Edge Monster Jack and Ryan.
Thunder Rosa and Ivelisse, round 5, 6, something like that. So here's the thing, and if you guys don't know, there was apparently a meeting with Thunder Rosa and TK with the rest of the women's locker room. Did you read about that story?
I did.
Okay. So to try to clear the air about everything that's been going on, and she's still selling this injury, and now she's on the Spanish announce team or some shit until she gets cleared officially, and that she was responding to reports with the rest of the locker room about sandbagging and shit talking and no selling and all this other stuff. And Ivelisse came out, and not gonna lie, I've been on Ivelisse's side in this from the beginning, and I got criticized for it because everybody just thought Thunder Rosa was, you know, the greatest thing ever at the time. The more shit that we find out about Thunder Rosa, the more people are realizing that I was right. I will say this. I think, did I save it? Give me a second. Yes, I did. I got it right here. I didn't put it on the thing because I didn't have enough time, but I do have it on my phone right here. Screenshotted it. Since I already know, this is what Ivelisse said, tweeted out. Since I already know how trash, toxic internet works, I'm gonna say this one time. Leave me the fuck alone. What more damage could you possibly want to do to me when I'm the one who was wronged? Truth always speaks for itself. Leave my name out of your mouth. I'm absolutely tired of this BS. Because obviously anytime that something happens with Thunder Rosa now, everybody goes back to the Ivelisse shit, and then she gets flooded with fucking replies and stuff. Side note, I had tried that once already while there doing the meeting about her to talk. It said, except only for manipulation to happen. All that happened after the point of celebrating the said sandbagging. I did try that while there, so who knows what actual good it would do again. So she doesn't think, she says she's basically seen this in the past firsthand, and that it happened again even after she got basically released or not used anymore, because she was probably on an open contract, because she never was really technically all elite, I don't think. I can't remember for sure. And now it's already happened again, and with every passing Thunder Rosa fucking issue incident, Ivelisse looks more and more in the right about what the fuck happened in that shit that happened between them two in their singles match or whatever. Now, we are on the record, and you're a little bit more critical of Ivelisse than I was, but I'm on record to say that, yes, no, I do not agree with what Ivelisse did in the match, because it made the match look like shit, made you both look bad. Now, you're the one that got punished for it, and now Thunder Rosa is clearly doing the same shit with other people. We've seen it. We see the fake shit. We saw that way Toni Storm acted at the All Out pay-per-view press conference.
It's buried because of all the Punk shit, but she was talking mad shit about Thunder Rosa. Yeah.
She said she's injured, so she must be injured. You know, like everybody throwing shade at Thunder Rosa, of course. Everybody seeing that Thunder Rosa has no problem putting all these videos and all this shit up on their fucking social medias, and still doing appearances on Busted Open, but she's supposed to be this super serious injury that nobody fucking knew about until right before she was supposed to drop the title. So you got all this shit going on with Thunder Rosa, and I'm here to say, and I've said it before on the audio podcast, that people deserve, or Ivelisse deserves some apology for how everything transpired. And I think if I was TK, I'd give Ivelisse another shot before I gave Thunder Rosa a shot. So what do you think about this beef? And do you think Ivelisse will never not be fucking dragged into everything that Thunder Rosa does? Or do you think there's ever a possibility that Ivelisse could eventually come back into AEW? Or do you think that's not possible unless Thunder Rosa gets released?
It kind of in the same way that Ryback is always going to be associated with CM Punk because of the shit that CM Punk said about him on the podcast. It's similar to that in a way. It's like you've been attached in a negative way to a bigger name, and regardless of whether or not you were in the right or it comes out later that you were in the right, everybody's still going to have that association with that incident and you and that person. So I don't know that she's ever going to be able to break that association. As far as TK bringing her back in first over Thunder Rosa from a moral point of view or like an ethical point of view, sure. But from a who's a bigger draw and who's a bigger name and who's a better talent point of view, I don't think you can make the same argument. Not saying Ivelisse is bad or anything like that, but I think that before she started phoning it in, Thunder Rosa was having better matches. Like, let's just be real about that. So she goes back to actually putting in effort and not doing whatever the fuck she was doing for the last like 3 months of her title reign, then sure. The interesting thing about this to me is that it almost seems like a test run for a CM Punk sit down and apology tour, right? Like you've got somebody that's got issues in one specific locker room, you make them come in, everybody in that locker room that has issues with you or had any sort of problem with you whatsoever or wants to ask you questions gets to air those grievances with you. You were sat there and you were made to apologize for the things that you fucked up on, and then maybe we can give you a chance back in the company when you're healed up. And that almost seems like they're establishing this as a precedent for things that might come up in the future. I could see them doing the same thing with Andrade. I could see them doing the same thing with CM Punk. I don't think it's a bad thing to have happen.
The only thing I don't like about that, and I do agree that it feels like that would be a setup to a CM Punk situation. The problem with the CM Punk situation is that it didn't happen. It happened away from the ring, right? So this, I feel like Thunder Rosa's, I could say that Thunder Rosa's is more egregious because she's putting people's fucking health at risk in the ring when she's sandbagging and no selling and doing all this shit.
When you're trying to shoot punch somebody, I mean, you are too.
Well, who tried to shoot punch? Who did?
CM Punk.
Yeah, but that was away from the ring. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No one. When they walked in there and they started fucking going at it, they both know that they're in an actual fight. When Thunder Rosa was doing it in the middle of the ring and somebody is fucking, they're not fucking ready for it. Yeah, they're not doing it. Like you're putting their lives at risk right there doing that kind of shit. Like, and we already know about the issues that Thunder Rosa has with Britt. And I'm not gonna sit on here and say that Thunder Rosa is a better wrestler than Ivelisse. Yes, I agree, but we got to be real. Ivelisse has been around longer, and Ivelisse didn't get the same opportunities that Thunder Rosa did against the talent that she did to get carried to make her look better.
Yeah, that's true.
So if Ivelisse goes against a fucking Serena Deeb or Britt Baker or what have you, who's to say that her matches won't be just as good as Thunder Rosa's matches?
God, where the hell is Serena Deeb?
She's up there.
Her. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I mean, I agree with all that. I think that just from TK's point of view, it makes more sense to try to mend these fences with somebody that's a proven draw versus somebody that would probably be middling around like the mid card, losing matches to Jade Cargill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
unless they want to establish a tag division.
I'm not saying that Ivelisse couldn't get up there. I mean, I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand. Like it would be more work to get Ivelisse up to that level because Thunder Rosa already came in with a built-up gimmick and everything like that.
Hey guys, did you like that video? If so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can also catch full episodes of the MonsterCast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. And you can also catch us live every Sunday on Twitch. All links in the description below, along with some sweet merch from yours truly, the MonsterCast. Deuces.